Thank you, Honorable Minister.
That if the host community are not the beneficiaries of tourism, then it is not good enough. So we need to make sure that we educate ourselves, but also we educate our clients on the importance of the local hosts, the hosts themselves, the local community benefiting from that. And that is something that as Uganda Tourism Board, we have taken on, and we are going to be running series of trainings on sustainable, responsible tourism. I'm glad that Richard walked in from CBI. We signed an MOU recently, and we will be doing a series of training with the different players in the tourism sector to understand when we are talking about responsible tourism, sustainable tourism, what does it mean? And for your individual business as a tour operator, as a hotel owner, as a travel agent, how do you bring that to light? How do you practice that? So we are very committed to that. And Honorable Minister, we have decided as part of the committee of the National Organizing Committee of Poate 2024, we already are saying we are going to make Poate 2024 very different from the point of view that we are not going to allow plastics, and we are finding ways of dealing with that. We are going to do it the Rwanda way. At the gate, if you have the plastics that are not allowable, that are not reusable, then we will give you something else to carry in, whether it is water or whatever you are carrying in. So, Honorable Minister, we are very serious, and that's what we want to be so different about Poate 2024. And sustainable, responsible tourism is not just about benefiting the local host, but it is also about protecting the environment, the natural environment. We cannot be going to the national parks and don't care whether those animals will continue living or not. One thing that we are doing right as a country is through Uganda Wildlife Authority. We have restricted how many gorilla populations are going to be habituated for tourism, and we don't want to habituate 100% of that. And that is a selling point for the tour operators who are here. Use that information, yeah? Because when we are talking of how are we practicing sustainable, responsible tourism, that's one of the facts that you must put out there. Uganda is a responsible, sustainable destination. Give the example of the restriction, the regulations we have in tracking the gorillas. The numbers are limited. It's a policy that we are never going to habituate 100% of our gorillas, and it's part of the revenue that UA generates goes to the local community. There's revenue sharing. That is the kind of information that we need to educate ourselves about and package to sell the destination with. And as a tour operator who is selling this package, you need to package yourself as well. So you package the destination first, but then what are those things you are doing that is also aligned to what the destination is doing? That shows that we are being a responsible destination and a responsible company. That's one. That's the second one. Of course, two, in terms of we need to make money. Yeah, we are in business. Tourism is about business. Yeah, but fun business. So we need to make the money. And it's very important for us as well, besides the natural resources, the wildlife that we are endowed with, that we also develop other products, because we are competing with so many other destinations in the world. So we have lots of cultural diversity that we need to develop. And I'm glad to, when I'm on social media, especially Twitter, seeing new products coming up at the community level, which is aligned to what we are talking about in terms of offering sustainable experience or practicing sustainable tourism. So we need to diversify our tourism offerings. We should not just be selling only the wildlife. Even around the protected areas of UA, they have been collaborating with the communities. Their community walks make sure they are in there. And for the tour operators specifically, one of the things that is very clear is you must have in your package that one, you're either giving to the local community or you are supporting a wildlife cause. That is what people are looking for now. The international travelers are looking for companies that are actually giving back to either the local communities or to wildlife. So if you don't have that on your package, it's going to, sooner or later, you're going to start struggling to find business because others are running with that. We have made a decision on how we are going to move forward with the preparation of Poate. The National Organizing Committee has been set up. Our permanent secretary is the chair of the National Organizing Committee. We have the private sector, we have other government agencies, not only the ones under the Ministry of Tourism, but also from the other ministries who are part of this. Committees have been set up, and we have different committees for exhibition, farm trip, and all seminars and all the other components of Poate. And we are moving on. The first meeting already happened. The second meeting is happening on 28th of this month, and lots of behind the scene work is going on. And we would want to make sure that Poate 2024 is way above any that we have ever organized before in terms of the value that each and every partner and participant is going to get out of it. Honorable Minister, I think have given the brief on how we are going to move forward with the preparation, but we need to let the rest of our partners across the globe know about this. So that's why we have organized for the launch today, so that we can announce to the world that Poate 2024 will be happening in May, and you will be unveiling that for us in terms of the dates of when Poate 2024 will be happening. I would also want to, before I conclude, to thank our host, KCCA, and UA, who are managing this space here. We don't have to pay for venues anymore. We just have to come here and have our setup here and have our events. Thank you. And SHERATON Kampala Hotel, who are always so ready to help us and serve us.
2024 to be held on 23rd of May to the 25th of May at Speak Resort Munyonyo. This will mark the 8th edition of Poate, to be celebrated under the theme Responsible Tourism. This event will be categorized into segments that include business to business and business to consumer activities. There will additionally be physical engagements between the hosted buyers and select travel, trade, as well as physical consumer trade fairs and seminars. Poate, like the previous speakers have said before me, is an annual event organized by UTB to bring together all tourism stakeholders and other service providers along the tourism value chain to raise the profile of Uganda as a preferred tourism destination, both domestically and regionally. Uganda Tourism Board organized the first Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo in 2015 to provide enormous opportunities for tourism suppliers to interface with the diverse range of buyers from various source markets. These include the United Kingdom, Ireland, North America, which includes the US and Canada, German-speaking countries, which include German, Austria, Switzerland, and the various African countries. The exposition also opened up the destination to hosted buyers to acquire practical knowledge of Uganda's tourism offerings. Over the years, the event has presented a unique opportunity for tourism business operators to meet new clients, network, and discuss business deals with global tourism and travel trade partners. Uganda's tourism sector is recognized as a high-growth export sector capable of making a substantial contribution to the socio-economic development of the country if fully developed. The sector is poised to generate the much-needed foreign exchange through tax and non-tax revenues. Tourism also plays a significant role in the improvement of the livelihoods of communities in rural areas where the tourism attractions are located through employment, entrepreneurship, and provision of social amenities such as electricity, telecommunications, and improved infrastructure, among others. The National Development Goal, the NDP3, recognizes tourism as one of the priority sectors. In order to optimize the sector's contribution to the socio-economic development, the government has put in place strategic intervention whose objective is to ensure substantial growth in tourism arrivals from the main core and emerging source markets. These include destination branding, hiring of market destination representatives, and participation in international expositions, such as this very one, the Poate, have significantly contributed to the growth of the sector. I can highlight a few. There are quite a number of business meetings which were business to business between Uganda and the other exhibitors that had come, and there are around, so far, 2,337 business to business meetings took place between hosted buyers and exhibitors. 94 hosted buyers were hosted in the previous Poate, and this created business to business opportunities for the Uganda's tourism and travel partners. All the 94 hosted buyers and hosted media were able to participate in farm trips, with each farm trip lasting about a total of 5 days. These farm trips survey, the farm trip survey results showed that 97% of the hosted buyers were satisfied with the experience they got out of the farm trips. The exhibitors were around 220 from all over the world that participated in the previous Poate. There were so many business deals, a lot of non-tax revenue was made, sponsorships were made. There was a lot of awareness of Uganda as a destination digitally on various platforms. A number of seminars were held, 5 in total, which attracted over 11 international speakers with 490 participants attending the sessions. Therefore, Poate continues to contribute huge business opportunities for local suppliers in the areas of events management, stand construction, production of promotional materials, tour guiding services, equipment hire, transportation and accommodation, among others. It brings together both consumer and travel trade outreach in the heart of Kampala. Uganda to create business networking opportunities, education sessions, and inclusion of Uganda in the African specialist tour operators itineraries. This is an opportunity for the players in the tourism industry and the entire value chain to embrace Poate 2024 to create business synergies. And I think with these very many words, I want to take, and I believe because May is still quite a number of months away, and we believe we will pull it off even better than the previous one. And we are organizing as a whole team with the Ministry of Tourism taking lead, of course with also the lead agency UTB, but most importantly plus the private sector that will be a member of all the committees, but will also be given chance to chair some of these meetings. So the private sector will participate fully from the beginning to the end. And there will be a number of meetings, monthly, weekly, to make sure that we have the best, we make the best out of Poate 2024. So you're welcome. Let's work together. Let's mobilize together so that we make the best out of this. So with this, is there anything else I have to do? So I wish to take this opportunity
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Amanya gange nze Claire Mugabi era nga yenze ekitunzi w'eggwanga ow'ebyobulambuzi nga nkola n'ekitongole ekya Uganda Tourism Board nga kiri wansi wa ministry ey'ebyobulambuzi gye tuyita Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities. Olunaku olwaleero tuli wano ku Sheraton nga tulaunchinga gye twandiyise mu Luganda nga tusaba okulula omwoleso gwaffe gwe tutegeka buli mwaka gwe tuyita Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo kye tufunzafunza ne tukiyita Poate era abantu kye bamanyi. Omweroso guno omwaka ogujja kugenda kubeerawo ennaku z'omwezi nga 23 paka nga 25 ku Speak Resort Munyonyo era nga gwe mulundi ogw'omunaana nga tutegeka omwoleso guno. Omwoleso guno tugukola buli mwaka nga tuba twolesa ebyobulambuzi. Ate mu kwolesa ebyobulambuzi tetwolesa eri bannayuganda bokka naye omwoleso guno gwettanirwa abantu okuva mawanga ag'enjawulo. Tufuna abantu abava naddala mu mawanga ge tusinga okufunamu abalambuzi. Amawanga ng'eri America, eya UK, United Kingdom, Germany, ne wano ku lukalo lwa Africa tufuna abantu okuva mu region ya East Africa, tufuna abalambuzi okuva e Rwanda, e Kenya, ne South Africa, ne amawanga ag'enjawulo nga Nigeria. So abantu ebyobulambuzi mu mawanga ag'enjawulo kubeera nga bwe tuzze tubagamba nti abalambuzi naddala abazungu tebatera ku bookinga bya bulambuzi directly najja nga yennyini bookingidde bayita mu bantu abatunda ebyobulambuzi. So tukozesa omwoleso guno nga platform okuleeta abatunda ebyobulambuzi ab'enjawulo okuva mawanja ag'enjawulo ne tubakwasaganya oba ne tubakwanaganya n'abatunda ebyobulambuzi mu Uganda. So omwoleso guno gwettanirwa buli muntu ng'ali mu business yaffe y'ebyobulambuzi ne hospitality, abantu abalina hotels, abantu abayiba tour operator abatunda ebyobulambuzi, abantu bonna abali mu sector yaffe bakozesa omwoleso guno okwolesa ekintu kyabwe kye batunda gye tuyita tourism products n'okubanga babongera okunetworkinga ne bano abantu b'engambye ababeera bajja kuba tour operator w'omu America bw'aba yazze aba ayagala afune partner, business partner wano e Uganda gwasobola okukolagana naye ng'azzeeyo mu nsi ye. So Poate nga bw'engambye no ya munaana etuyambye nnyo okuba nti eyongera okutumbula ebyobulambuzi. Tugikozesanga event emu gye tukozesa ennyo okutumbula ebyobulambuzi mu ggwanga nti yettanirwa abantu bangi era nga tulabye nti buli mwaka ogweyongera mu maaso abantu beeyongera abangi okuba nga bagyettanira. Poate ow'omwaka oguwedde owa 2023 gwe twategeka 7th edition twafuna tourism boards ez'ensi zonna mu Africa zajja ne zibeerawo nazo nezolesa era ne tufuna n'abatunda ebyobulambuzi bangi nnyo abaava naddala mu lukalo lwa Africa abajja ne bettanira omwoleso ogwo. Kati ogwo enjawulo eguliko nti twagadde ng'oggyeko abantu abava mu region wano mu Africa ne muziri ensi zemmenye entonetone ze international twagala tubenga twongera okufuna abolesi oba exhibitor mu mawanga ag'enjawulo nga India nga France wayo nabo bojje babenga boogera okubanga bamanya kiki tulina nga Uganda era ddala kyekifuula Uganda Pearl of Africa kuba abantu bangi babeerawo nga bawulira nti Uganda ly'ekkula lya Africa naye ddala kyekifuula ekkula lya Africa kyekitwawula ku mawanga aga Africa so tukozesa omwoleso guno okubanga abantu bano abazze twala ne balawuna eggwanga lyaffe wonna ne balaba ddala Uganda eyinaki era mbakakasa nti buli muntu ku nkomerero y'olugendo olwo nga mu Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo abaawo amatidde nti ddala Uganda teyali nsobi ogifuula ekkula lya Africa kubanga Uganda ly'eggwanga erisinga ddala obulungi mu nsi yonna sina mu Africa so kati Poate tugikozesa okulambuza abantu ebifo eby'enjawulo tugikozesa okuba nti n'abantu abatunda ebyobulambuzi bateekawo packages ezitatagetinga muntu mu muzungu yekka naye ate n'okulaba nti n'abana Uganda tubaagazisa okulambula eggwanga lyabwe COVID bwe yajja naffe mu byobulambuzi nga nnyo abazungu naye ekimu ku bye twasinga okuyiga nga COVID asanyalazza industry yaffe kyekyokuba nti omulambuzi gwe tulina okusooka okutunuulira ye Munnayuganda era tukozesa omwoleso guno okubanga tuteekawo packages ez'Omunnayuganda era Munnayuganda ali eyo mwenna mbayita mujje nga 23 paka 25 May ojja obenga ofuna information osobola okugula ku packages gy'osobola kuswala abantu ku Christmas oyina embaga hanemoon tokyalina kulinnya nnyonyi kugenda Dubai kugenda wa tuyina wano ebyobulamuzi ebisinga n'ebyo oluusi byoba olowooza okugenda nti olaba mu nsi ez'enjawulo ekyenjawulo ekirala ekiriwo ku mwoleso guno kyekyokuba nti tugutadde ku mulamwa ogw'okuba nti tuprotectinga to conserving sustainability gwe mulama gwe tuliko ogw'okuba nti tukuuma obuwangwa obutonde bwaffe kubanga tukonservinga obutonde bw'ensi tulabye nti ekintu kino naddala ensi ez'ebweru kati abalambuzi abasinga bakisimbyeko nnyo essira nti bw'abajja yadde ayagala okunyumira naye ayagala okulaba nti eggwanga lyendimu ddala liteekamu amaanyi okulaba nti likuuma ebyobuwangwa kuba kati nga ffe sekita yaffe nga eggwanga twenyumiriza nnyo tourism yaffe ebyobulambuzi eyimiridde ku musingi gwa butonde we are an eco tourism destination omusingi guli ku bya butonde so bwe tutateekawo siralira banti tukuuma obutonde obwo mu myaka 2-3 tuyinza okuba nga tusaanyeewo nga tewakyali bisolo by'abantu okujja kulambula tewakyali bintu eby'enjawulo eby'obutonde bye bayinza abantu okujja okulambula so za bulijjo okulaba nti mu nkolayo okonsavinga oba okuuma obutonde bw'eggwanga lyaffe kubanga bw'otabukuuma tujja kusaanawo kulaba nti tukozesa buveera ku hoteli yo okozesa solar energy ebintu era tukola initiatives ez'enjawulo kubanga tuba educatinga okubasomesa so n'omulambuzi ajja mu Uganda era abalambuzi bangi bw'ayingira ensi n'omuwa plastic bottle amazzi gano agaminewater agali mu plastic abamu n'ensi agivaamu n'addayo kubanga ye agamba nze sisobola kubeera nga ncontributinga ku kintu ekitattana ebyobutonde so kati tukozesewagala kuwatono tumuteekeko ogwo omulamu era nezijja mu maaso tugenda kuba twesigama nnyo ku mulamu ogwo kubanga abalambuzi abasinga kati bakyatunuulidde bulungi bwansi bwokka batunuulira nti ye Uganda nnungi naye mu nkola yammwe n'entumbula yammwe ey'ebyobulambuzi ddala mufaayo okulaba nti mukuuma ebyobutonde byammwe seera abasinga kati bakyayagala nakulinnya nnyonyi kuva wala nnyo ne babagala obatwalira emmotoka ezibanona ku kisaawe abuuza nti eyo electric car nti eno hotelu gyensuzeemu amasannyalaze bakozesa gatya so bakiteekako nnyesira naddala abazungu abo talira mu plasitiki takozesa buveera takola atya so twagala okukozesa platform eyo okulaba nti naffe eggwanga lyaffe twongera okuliteeka nga ku musingi ogwo ogukuuma ebyobutonde okulaba nti kyekimu ku pillars zetugenda okubanga twesigamako okubanga tutumbula ebyobulambuzi by'eggwanga lyattu Uganda.
Just one more. Uganda nungi nnyo, the pearl of Africa.